Frank?
Frank.
All right. Welcome back. I feel like we're running a news channel or something. So here we are, second commissioning of the day for a great Friday. We're here with Cadet Derrik Brown, kind of get you commissioned. We have friends and family here. You'll get to introduce shortly. And kind of following somewhat of a little bit of format that we've had is preaching to the choir out there, but incredible morals and character and integrity and everything that we're looking for. So as far as being a great leader in the Air Force, being a great lieutenant, he's going to be clueless and horrible. That's not what makes a great lieutenant, right? It's going to be that in character, guiding the troops morally, ethically. Without a doubt, everyone in this class has it, so I'm super proud of that. I didn't do that for sure. We didn't do that. It came from family and friends, came from upbringing. We kind of bring this incredible human to us and lend them to us and allow us just to kind of say, well, in my X amount of years, it's kind of worked or didn't work, but here's a couple tools and good luck. And so it's going to be challenging. It should be. If you're comfortable, you're not growing, I believe is what Lieutenant White had quoted Lieutenant Hickson is saying, and it's true. So if you're comfortable right now, which I know you're not, we're in the right area. So I think we'll start it by administering your oath, making you a real Air Force lieutenant. How does that sound to everyone?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Derrik Malin Brown,
Having been appointed a second lieutenant
having been appointed a second lieutenant
in the United States Air Force,
in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which
of the office upon which
I am about to enter.
I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. So you are now a lieutenant out of uniform. So let's have friends and family fix that up for you. Please bring them up
Come on up. Come on.
and
And then
introduce
you guys come up.
and
Come on.
talk about them, tell stories. This is your time.
All right. As many of you probably know, this is my mom, Regina. This is my grandma, Peggy, and my brother, Darren. Fortunately, my brother, Dylan, couldn't make it today out of Georgia. So these two will be pinning on my bars. And so you go ahead and take care of that. You go ahead, too. Yeah. Yes.
Very good.
That's how it is.
While they're pinning them on, does anyone have any stories they want to tell about our Lieutenant Brown?
Make me a little nervous. Minnesota?
Roger can talk.
Do you have any stories? Oh, man.
Thunderstorm.
Yeah, thunderstorms.
Does he still sleep with a teddy bear or anything?
He did have a teddy bear.
He did have
Yeah.
a teddy bear.
Yeah.
His name was Dudley.
Yeah.
He was a little grizzly bear.
You have to.
Excuse me.
This is stuff you use when they've been on Colonel one day, trust me. So,
Yeah.
because this will be archived. We're gonna say right about that point that you've been on 06.
Yeah, he didn't make it to college, so he stayed home. That's good. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
All right. I get one all y'all together.
Yeah.
He left bologna sandwiches.
Oh, here's more times. Fried bologna or just regular?
Fried.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
With ketchup or without?
No ketchup.
I know that maybe is a Midwest thing, but only fried bologna with ketchup. Sorry.
All right. 1, 2.
But anyone else? Anyone else have anything they want to say? I mean, this is his day. I know you're proud. He knows he didn't get here alone. Anything?
Darren, you've got nothing. Surely you can come on.
Aaron lived on the bunk bed above me for so many years, so he's probably more than me by now. Yeah.
That's what Darren tells it, he has to tell.
Obviously, the cadre, we're extremely proud of you. You know, I mean it when I say you have all of the qualities that we're looking for in a leader, in a lieutenant, to turn this great Air Force over. A lot of us you see in this room won't be in the Air Force too much longer. Some will, and they want to make sure that you're there to take care of them and their troops and all of us. And the old people, we want to be able to sleep well at night, knowing that we're protected, and we will. So the family doesn't have anything else.
I'll tell you just because
There
I'm
we
his
go.
mom. I don't have any good stories for you to hold over his head because he's always been a good kid. And he's never given me an ounce of trouble throughout the years at all. And I don't know if he learned from his older brothers what to do and what not to do, or what that scheme behind that was. But I always take everybody back to a point in time when we were going through a hard time as a family. Our family dynamics had changed, and I took all three of the boys and set them on an altar at church and just prayed that God would put a hedge of protection about them and he would lead them. And that's always been my goal, and what I wanted to teach them was to let God, put God first in their life and let him guide where their steps would lead. And I think Derrick's done that most of his life. And you know, I know with him going in the Air Force, Dylan's just got out. Aaron's recently got out of the military, and with him going in, I know God's going to put that hedge of protection about him no matter where he goes, and that he'll give him guidance when it comes to leading other people. And he came up through scouting, which is where Roger done most of the leading at, and showed great leadership through that. So I'm excited to see where he's going to go and what he's going to do.
Anyone else here?
Roger has a better story he should share.
If not, let's switch out with the family. I want to present him a couple of items real quick, and then so I'll switch out with everyone there. There you go. Everyone says, I want you to think you're nervous. Well, sure, I'm nervous, but I'm also
Trying not to
clean my
die.
hands.
Yeah.
So, incredible seeing that family support, obviously. It's the first time, most of the time, I'm getting to meet the families. And they didn't get to meet really any of them probably before this, maybe a onesie or twosie a person. This explains a lot. So you do have a servant heart. You're going to be a great servant leader. Just never put yourself above anyone else or in front of, and I know you won't. You've done the right thing already. So we'll give you a coin. We're going to forego protocol saluting and everything like that. That's your coin for the Air Force for your bigger family. You know, that'll start to support you. And then from our friends that we're not endorsing at USA, I think I have to say that every time. They sent you an extra set of bars to say thank you and that they support you too. And this is from them also. You can open that up later. And from Cadre, that oath you just swore to, that I know you take to heart. Got you a book about the Constitution. It is the Constitution as well as interesting facts and everything. Again, there's going to be times in the Air Force you're going to hit a few sticking points. And it'd be great if we only had easy decisions to make. But you're going to have some tough times and probably some tougher decisions that you're going to be challenged morally and ethically. And it's easy to say we'll always do the right thing, but I try to bring it back to this, bring it back to God, and bring it back to the other items that's guided you up to this point. You're going to be just fine. So enjoy that, hopefully, and understand that oath you just took. I'm going to give you the floor in a second. You're a strong leader. You know, we're kind of talking. The one that already right now sticks out in my mind with you is our new wall, our C-130 wall. You know, we had, because we weren't seeing the cadets a lot, we asked to be put on a lot of more emails than we normally would be because we wanted to know their interaction because we still have to judge them as leaders. We still have to make sure they're ready. And we were presented some ideas about that wall, and we kind of said we like this version, this, you know, with the track, and cadet said, well, we kind of like the C-130 thing. And I thought, oh, okay, interesting times. And I saw an email I believe you sent. I hope I'm not misquoting you or anything, but basically said, hey, if we're choosing this, we should be able to stick to it and make our call. And we read that, and I said, not bad. Willing to stand up, right? Willing to make the call because you believe it was right. Not easy, because I could have just crushed you. And but it was more important to me that you've learned the lesson about strong leadership. Don't worry about pleasing those above you. Okay, make sure you're taking care of those below. Sometimes we got to do the right thing for those above us. I'm not saying that. Okay, but what I'm saying is, don't put them above your troops or anything like that. And you didn't. He said, no, we want that C-130. I said, all right, we'll make the Corps pay for half of it. They said, okay. I said, there we go. They're sticking to their guns. I like it. And it came out great. I hope you got to see it.
Yes, sir.
And it does. It looks wonderful. And that was because you guys kind of stuck to your guns. That's what I want in a leader. I don't need a wishy-washy leader that's going to kind of go whatever way I kind of say, oh, you do that. Okay. So good job. Okay. So you're ready. You should be nervous. And look at that support. I know you have a lot of support in the Corps. I'm going to turn the floor over to you. Know that we're super proud of you. And the floor, take as much time as you like and address anyone you want.
Okay, so first I just want to start out by thanking all my family and friends and all the instructors that I've had throughout the years, especially the cadre from the past 4 years here at Detachment 595. You've all showed me a lot of support. You've encouraged me, you've challenged me in your own various ways. And I hope I've risen to meet that expectations that you've all set for me. This sort of journey that I've been on, it's had, fortunately, a lot of ups. It's had a few downs, and it's gone a little sideways from time to time. But what I learned from all of you is to just keep pushing forward, to never turn back, and to always, stick to my guns, try to always own up to your actions and do that sort of thing. So learning that style of leadership and all of that through these years has just meant a lot. Also to all of my peers who may be watching over YouTube and everything from in Detachment 595, and especially the class that I'm with, these memories that we've had, I will cherish forever. All the way from freshman year, trying to figure out how to be a cadet in the first place, doing the shakedown and all of that, to going off to field training, experiencing that, splitting from each other and finding new groups. To anyone watching from Romeo Flight, from field training, Stingers up. And then when we came back, taking those leadership positions for the detachment that welcomed us all those years ago, it's really meant a lot. And I really look forward to what our lives will experience together as we go on, and the more memories that we will make along the way. And thank you to all of you who are watching from throughout my life, throughout the history of my life. Shout out to Lieutenant Colonel O'Connell and Master Sergeant McCormick for first sort of accepting me into the Air Force all these years ago in high school, and then laying the foundation for my leadership as I went through ROTC and as I keep going forward. That's all I have, sir.
Wonderful.